Programming facts, well, numbers at any rate. Profitability. Comprehensively, in the USA, programming efficiency rates were the same in 2008 as they were in 1988. The best U.S. organizations as far as efficiency and quality are around 3 circumstances superior to normal, U.S. The most exceedingly awful U.S. organizations for profitability and quality are around half more awful than normal. Just around 15% of organizations are enhancing profitability and quality. Also, around 15% of organizations are deteriorating in these terms. Around 70% of organizations are neither enhancing or deteriorating. Where profitability is enhancing, it is normally groups creating web applications who utilize Agile techniques. A few advantages additionally accumulate from utilization of team software process and personal software process. Asserts by instrument sellers of 10-to-1 or 20-to-1 uprooting of human action are for the most part not defended. It is counter-profitability to put resources into instruments before settling hierarchical and technique issues. That is spare the instruments until you've enhanced things, John said, and ought to be content with this finding. Office situations can have as a lot of an effect on efficiency as apparatuses and techniques. Taking care of workers well expands profitability and lessens turnover. Organizations giving 10-day or a greater amount of preparing per representative every year have higher profitability rates than comparative organizations who don't. Bookkeeping blunders, and utilization of unpaid additional time, can shroud a genuine cost of programming creation by 100%, that is, the work costs twice as much as the bookkeepers say. Formal plant surveys and code investigations are powerful yet can fall into neglect in light of the fact that new administrators don't comprehend this. Tom Gilb is correct. Programming does not age smoothly, and has a tendency to wind up noticeably progressively precarious and hard to change securely. The United States and for sure a significant part of the world are confronting some enormous geriatric issues with their inventories of maturing and rotting applications. Support, remodel and upgrade are currently the predominant exercises in the business, and it is probably going to remain as such. All things considered, military programming is 25 times bigger than end-client programming, and the determinations and other documentation 200 circumstances bigger. Profitability and quality appear to be better in protest-arranged ILX. Documentation and bugs. Creating paper records for programming advancement is more costly than delivering programming itself. Up to 400 words might be composed in particular for each line of code in huge frameworks. In a huge programming venture, necessities change and increment at the rate of 2% every month. Repairing surrenders in programming is more costly than coding and creating documentation. The finding and settling programming abandons, bugs, is generally the most costly movement and will represent half of aggregate expenses over the item lifetime. Roughly 7% of the changes and fixes contain new deformities. Most types of testing finding less than 30% of all bugs. Ventures. More than half of all product ventures are one-man ventures. Profitability and quality are specifically coupled. Ventures with high caliber have high efficiency and the other way around. IBM was the primary organization to find the connection amongst quality and profitability. They made the data open in 1975, however it is still not generally known. Client fulfillment and deformity tallies are additionally specifically associated.